Hey everybody, Fishman here. Welcome to another video. This is Fishing Blog number 76, and today I want to start off with this. Recently I took on a bit of commission work, and part of the reason for doing that was to test out the viability of doing a custom job for someone, getting paid for my time and materials and shipping it off to them and having it as a possible second source of income. Considering all the recent world events that we've had, it was an interesting idea. So this was a test. Unfortunately, the Postal Service was really quite rough with it, and the trays for the Negrello filters got broken. Now, I've been in contact with the gentleman I made this for, and he's been very nice about it. And initially he just wanted me to tell him what the glue was, and he was going to try and glue all the bits and pieces together. But as you see, as these clips continue, there are quite a few pieces, and I told him, like, don't worry about it. That's the hardest part of this build were these 1/4-inch trays on the bottom because of all the holes and everything else. But they're more robust, and they managed to make it there in one piece. So I told him I will rebuild the trays, and I will ship them off to him. We're probably going to have at least a little bit of a fee involved as far as, some materials and probably postage, and he's very happy about that. But anyway, it is one of the things that I am concerned about when dealing with this sort of thing. So unfortunately, the first of these did not work out well, but I have a small idea I want to try out. An individual custom job like this is not cheap. It is something that requires, I'm building one thing for somebody, so they're paying all the time. There is another approach, and this is something I'm going to put up in a poll soon, and that is to do a limited run of something, a number of things. And the thing I've chosen is this. This is my latest box filter style, and I really like it. It works really well, and I haven't had any issues with it for maintenance or anything else. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up a poll. I need a few of these for the fish room anyway, so I'm going to knock off a few more. And like I said, I'll put up a poll, and we'll see if there is any interest in it. If there is, I will go through the process of getting people, and this way the fees for everything will be split between a lot of people. That way, because when you're doing a number of runs of something, you cut a bunch of pieces all at the same time. So all the time will be drastically cut down. And I'll figure out what that's going to all cost and everything, and we'll see if anyone's really interested in it, and we'll go from there. Alright, let's get on to the rest of the video. In my most recent video, I had set this up. This is my newest attempt at breeding bettas, and I had intended for this to be a lot further along, but as it turned out, I had to go out of town at the end of the week, and this video got put together 2 days earlier than it would have, and unfortunately I don't have any fish in this. I will have fish in it for you guys for next Sunday, but there's a few things I am going to put together for it now, and as you can see, I don't use Indian almond leaves. They are expensive, and these are oak leaves, and they are perfectly free. In the fall, I go and collect some nice, as you can see, intact leaves when they're nice and dry on like a nice sunny day, and then I put them in a bag, and I have enough, I think, probably for quite a few years already, and every fall they produce more, so it is something that is very easy to do, and I find it is a very good, it's a perfect source of those tannins that you want. So I'm going to put a bit of Java moss in here, and I'm also going to put in some scuds and some shrimp, and also get that filter set up. I want to put some Java moss up there and some Java fern, and I'm going to let this run for a few days. As you can see, there's some scuds running around there, and I have just a little bit of Java fern at the moment, and Java moss. I will probably put more in this, but again, this is going to be a very minimal setup as far as population goes, so I don't want to put too many things in here, at least at the beginning anyway. So there you go, this is all set up now. You can see the shrimp running around there as well, and we'll see how this goes. It should be quite easy to set up. I'll probably have to add a heater, of course, as well, because my Fish room temperature is a little bit below the breeding temperature for bettas, at least the one recommended. So we'll see how that goes as well. So this is the other setup I've done recently. This is the Ultra Deep undergravel filter, and this is doing perfectly fine. As you see, the tank is also doing really well. Nothing changed. Is pretty much what the comment I should say about this. It hasn't changed the chemistry at all. And all these plants are doing ever so well. I'm very happy with how this all looks now. I do want to expand on it a little bit more, of course, but that's going to take time. As you see, that fern there really does need to get, well, not pruned as much as clippings taken off it so I can get more of them. And the next thing I want to breed are these guys. They had one offspring a little while ago, you remember? And he's doing really quite well. And I want to get these guys in a dedicated aquarium and start breeding. These are some wild cories I had picked up quite a while ago now. And like I said, I want to get them breeding. And this is a clip I have been meaning to show you for quite some time. This is all the Boismani fry I have left. I have put some out into clients' tanks. I'm going to keep all these, I think. I'm not sure exactly because, as you can tell with the white clouds, sometimes people want stuff, and these are my only source of fish really for them, so we'll have to see how that goes. Angels are doing really well. And these two filters, the big brother and the little one, are percolating quite nicely. Again, there's nothing happening in this tank that is untoward. Everybody is happy. I still haven't done the landscaping for this. Sorry, aquascaping. That does need to happen still, but things take time. I'll get to it. I want to get all the Java moss out of the tank itself, and I want to get some pots going, as you see there with the Vallisneria. And also want to tie up some Java fern on some driftwood, make it look a little bit more presentable. But more importantly, what I want to do is be able to have pieces of driftwood with pre-anchored plants, so I can put them into clients' tanks and that sort of stuff. So this tank is doing really well. It's just not where I want it yet. Now this continues to grow. I haven't really noticed much of an increase in my newest addition to this tank, which is not Brazilian pennywort, but it is a pennywort of some kind. It does seem to be fine, but it'll take some time, I think, before it actually takes off. I find whenever I introduce a new plant to any kind of system, it does take a little while for it to actually settle in and start growing, so that won't be too much longer, I don't think. Settling in is what this has definitely done. As you can see, each week it just seems to set out more and more stuff. And of course, I still haven't gotten around to finishing off this. There always seems to be so many things to do, and I never seem to get to everything I want to do in a given week. Now, I had a comment from Fred there when I initially showed the changes to the hornwort in this. And as you can see, there is hornwort in this aquarium, and the hornwort does very, very well, but not when I put it in here. It continues to stagnate and possibly die back. I'm not entirely sure. Hornwort takes a long time to change how it does. If you have an idea for something else to put in that filter, or I'll just convert it into a regular filter, let me know in the comments below. As you can see, the guppies are exploding. I am going to be taking pretty much all of these and putting them into the pond. That is what I figured I'm going to do for the pond, and they'll have tons of space in there. These guys are also doing really well. I left their babies in here because, well, I was having a little issue with space anyway, so they're fine. I don't notice parents eating their fry very much at all, so they're doing quite well, and that tank's also doing really well. And as you can see, the high humidity planters bounce back even after the big prune I did for it. I want to show you just a quick clip of this. I had recently done the video where I had divided these all up, and as you can see, the populations of them are already bouncing back. I'm just going to pick two at random here, but as you can see, they are teeming, which is very nice. I will move that up to about 10, and then at that point I think I'll show them to you guys again. So the last clip is going to be the pond, which, as I said earlier, is going to end up being my big grow out system for guppies. Now, there's a couple other things I want to change in this first. I do want to add gravel into this last chamber here and get these guys planted. And the other thing I need to do is I need to remove the betta enclosure I have here. I'm going to pull that out. I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to do with that, but we'll see. And then, of course, I need to prune a few more plants out of this, tie some stuff up, and get this ready for, well, a whole pile of guppies. And I keep noticing, as you can see here right in the middle of the screen, there are still white cloud fry popping up from time to time. I'll just leave the rest of them in there. They should be perfectly fine with the guppies, and that's pretty much it. Oh, except one more thing here. I want to show you this. This is the terracotta filter I put together. The lily is actually starting to send out a lot of new leaves, so I'm very happy about that too. So thank you very much for watching. Leave lots of comments. Let me know what you think of everything, and I'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.